Okay, now we're talking to air signs. What's up, air signs? Let's get you done and over with. Let's see what's coming out for you. What's going down with my air signs? What we need to know. Y'all like, share, and subscribe at this video. Also, any black magic thrown over it goes right back to center immediately on my chakras. Are to do anything harm to me or my vessel will be stopped immediately. And Archangel Michael, let's do this. I got you. Okay, let's see what's going down with the air signs. Let's start with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What's happening in the signs? What we need to know. What's going down with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, or somebody this might be with, and all it is a little like and show a little love and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate it. Okay, we have Gemini. Something about Gemini. Let's get what's going on in the houses. Let's get one for the houses too. What houses? So there's a Gemini you might be dealing with. What's going on in the houses for our air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Spirit, what's happening in the houses? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, we have the third house. Something about your third house. We'll talk about in a minute. What's going on in the planets for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. We have Uranus. Something about Uranus in the planets. So let's see what's going down. Okay. Okay, what's going down in the signs? We have spiritually, what you want to be known. What do you want to be known? 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 And this is we're dealing with a Gemini. What do you want to be known concerning you, Gemini, or somebody that's connected to you? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What do you want to be known? What do you want to be known spiritually? What do you want to know? What do you want to be known spiritually? What do you want to know spiritually? What do you want to know, be known spiritually, Spirit? What do you want to be known? What spiritually do you want to be known, Gemini? Okay, something about the healer of all ages, 51. There's something you want to know about a healer of all ages. You want to know something about this healer of all ages. Let's see. What do they want to know about this healer? What do they want to know about this healer of all ages? Someone could be 51 or in their 50s or older. Something about this healer. What do they want? What do you want to know about this healer spiritually? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What do you want to know about this person, this healer? What do you want to know about this healer? Okay, the Queen of Swords. You want to know about this healer and the Queen of Swords, the fairness. You want to know about this fairness. Something about fairness. You want to know if this person is fair. Okay, do they fair? What they're about fairness. What else about this Queen of Swords? What do you need to know? What else you want to know about this healer, Queen of Swords? So you want to know if there were something about fair. What about fair? You want to know if this person is fair, and because you want to know the Seven of Cups. You want to know if this person is going to be fair about the Seven of Cups. You want to know if this person's going to be fair about something. Which fair about the choices, the too many choices, the commitment issues. You want to know about this person's commitment issues and will they be fair about the commitment. We have the Eight of Swords. Somebody wants to know about the Eight of Swords. Why do you want to know if they're going to be fair? You want to know if they're going to be fair about what? It's crazy. You want to know if they're going to be fair about something about imprisonment. The Eight of Swords. Somebody wants to know if they're going to be fair. Will this person be fair about being imprisonment? With this Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, would they be fair about this being imprisonment? They want to know this Two of Cups about relationships. They want to know if they're going to be fair. We have the Two of Pentacles here, and also flexible. They want to know if would you be this person be flexible, and the Chariot, and be flexible, and the motion. They want to know how this person moves, and the World, the completion. 21. You want to know about the completion when you're done with the Queen of Wands, the determination this person has. You want to know about that, and you want to know about their transition. We want to know about what their transition, and the King of Pentacles, the loyalty. You want to know about, will they be loyalty there with the paranormal, something paranormal? Will they be fair when it comes, and courteous to the paranormal, to the other side? Are they going to be fair? Somebody wants to know if this person be fair to the paranormal venture, the paranormal venture, like knowing about the other side. They want to know if this person will be fair about knowing about the other side. About the paranormal going on in their life. Would they be fair? They want to know if they fair. Because somebody want to know if they're going to go to prison behind. Is that what you're asking? Somebody, will they be in prison about messing with this person? They want to know if they're going to be in imprisonment for this messing, doing what they did. Why would you ask if you're going to be in imprisonment here? Why would these people ask? The paranormal, they want to know, will you be fair? Are you going to lock people? Are you just going to imprison people? Or will you do it, imprison people? They want to know. What's about this imprisonment? What do you want to know about this imprisonment? It came out with jail. What do you want to know about this, the healer of all ages in this imprisonment? Will they be fair? What do you want to know? Will they be fair about, what do you want them to be fair about? What did y'all do? That y'all worried about them not being fair? That's going to cost you imprisonment. What are you worried? Why are you worried about this person being fair about imprisonment? What did you do to this healer? What did you do? What did you do to this healer of all ages that you think you're going to go to imprisonment about? What did you do to this healer? This is crazy. Oh, okay. See, the Three of Baskets, something about friendship and collaboration, and they want to know, would you collaborate, be fair about collaborating with them, and the support, will you be supportive with them? But that depends on if you be supportive back. What about this, be supportive and stuff? They worried about you put them in prison and stuff, and they want you to support them. What did you do? What did you do to this healer? Why do you feel like you want to see if you can collaborate? Oh, you did magic on this healer. So you went to Dr. Bunzels, and you want to know if you're going to go to in prison and be locked up. I don't mean to laugh, but they worried about being locked up by this. I'm sorry, this stuff is funny, man. I'm not mean to laugh. I'm not trying to laugh, but it's just funny. But you do magic on somebody, and you worried about this person being fair to you. Really? Let me go to the next question, because being fair and forgiving is two different things. Person can forgive you, but fairness, when they tell you not to do it and you kept putting magic on this person, what did you think you're going to get? You're going to get somebody, they're going to keep, this person wasn't going to play with you. They play with you a little bit, but they going to keep playing with this magic. You want to know if they're going to be fair because you put all that magic on them. That's a question you got to ask that healer. Now, mentally, what is the belief? What is believe about? What do you believe? What do you believe about when you put magic on a healer? What do you believe about this, mentally? What is your belief about putting magic on a healer? What do you believe when y'all was putting magic on a healer? What did you think was going to happen? So what do you believe about going to these people to put magic on a healer, and you worried about imprisonment? So what was your beliefs about this? What do you believe about this? See, you didn't know this person blossom abundance. See, because you believe that this person, a healer that brings abundance, but not when you put magic on them. They kind of will back away from you. In other words, you shouldn't play with them with magic spells. It just makes them a little angry. And they try to keep it in, and people think that this healer wouldn't be angry. They have a right to be angry if you kept shooting with magic and not listening. And if they warned you and you didn't listen, you're not going to blossom no abundance. You're going to lose it. That's how you lose abundance. So you want mercy and you don't want imprisonment for what you've done, but at a certain point you got to learn to stop. That's the thing. Now, physically, use the quickest way. Now, what should you do? The quickest way. How should you solve this? You want to know the quickest way to solve the situation. What is the quickest way that this could be solved? What is the quickest way by using this magic on this healer? How can this be solved? We're doing magic on a healer. That's what you want to know, don't you? How can this be solved by putting magic on this healer? What needs to be done since you put magic on a healer? What needs to be done to rectify the situation physically when you put magic on this healer? What needs to be done? The garden, and you got to open the garden and the gate. 30. You need to open the garden and the gate. Be more open to fixing the situation. You need to open to fix the situation. What else needs to be done? What else needs to be done to fix the situation with this healer? But putting magic on this healer. What else they need to be doing? Archangel Shepherd Michael says that 35, something about Archangel Michael can help. The door to personal healing and happiness. 34. You can go to Archangel Michael to try to see if you can work things out for healing, and you have to be patient on the 16th to get an answer from what you should do. But on the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel 39 is the one that help you with that to abundance. 11, to fix this to get to your abundance. And about the woman holding the coin. 42, which is the thinking woman that the deceit was done about. The deceit. 23rd, that somebody done deceit to you. What do you need to do with when you done deceit to this person? What needs to be done about this deceit? What needs to be done about the deceit of going to get black magic on this healer? What needs to be done about this deceit? That what they done on this healer? What do you need to do to rectify the deceit? That's why you need to fix the deceit. What do you need to do to rectify the situation about this healer? What needs to be done to rectify the situation with this healer? What needs to be done? Around the moon, you need to have strength. You're going to have strength around the moon. And what about strength around the moon and do what? What do you need to do? You're going to have strength around the moon. Somebody's aunt, Caroline, somebody need to have strength around the moon. And what needs to be done with this aunt? What about this aunt? Somebody's aunt need to have strength around the moon to do what? What needs to be done? What did this aunt need to be doing? Because these spirits, okay, aunt was talking to these spirits or ancestors. You need to talk, and these ancestors around this mother of sticks. So it's the ancestors that's pissed around the moon cycle. They take care of this person, and this person talks to birds, this mother, and has communico, the animals and all them protect them. So you need to go to the ancestors and around the moon and talk about how you can rectify the situation. This person with the 4 baskets, with this daughter that was mad, the person holding was causing problems, needs to rectify the situation. What needs to happen with this daughter here that was causing this problem to rectify the situation? Something about the 7 of coins in the reverse. Somebody's not going to be, they have bad karma. They're not going to be able to sprout up. There's something that's not going to sprout. The 7 of coins. In other words, what they want to plant will not work because they done cursed themselves. Patience, and they need to have more patience, and they need to work through the delays, and they need to be more patient, but they don't have patience. So the ancestors lost patience with this daughter. So basically, that's what's going on. It's the ancestors that you pissed off. Ancestors mad because you kept messing with this evil. And so the ancestors is going to take away some of your seeds because you kept planting stuff in the garden against this person. So in other words, karma may hit you deep. So what's going to happen with this person, with this daughter? What's going to end up? What's the end results to the planting seeds with doing this magic and all this stuff? This daughter. This person needs to 2 of baskets. Someone needs to come together. And be more loving and kind and come together in their relationship instead of fighting the relationship. Come together as a family. But the family was this person. Look how this person in the family looked. All they wanted to do was hurt this person. The family was doing deceit against this person because this person's eyes is dark. You see, they're blacked out. They've been possessed and been taken over by an entity. So that means something about what's going to happen is a ending of something. It's a funeral because someone needs to be cleansed with this. Need to take away a dark entity that took over this person's vessel. And this person, because they had a dark contest, they have a dark entity that's on this person that needs to be taken from this person. In other words, exorcism needs to be done, a ritual to remove a demon which is connected to someone. Allegedly, someone has a demon connected to him, a daughter that is running that vessel. So something about, that's what a demon has taken over that person's vessel. So let's move on for that. That's a little bit something. Somebody done took over the vessel, so we're going to leave it alone because that's what I'm hearing. Let's go over here. Let's see, spiritually, what's your ideas? We're in the 3rd house. You need to work on your ideas that you want to do mentally. It's time short-term thinking and trips. Someone needs to work on how they think about taking trips, where they want to go, how they go. Mentally, physically, be very careful about your ideas. Now, physically, who or what is around you? Now, what physically is around you? What is physically around you right now? What is physically around my air signs right now? What is physically around my air signs right now? What is physically around my air sign right now that we need to talk about? The Ace of Sticks. Somebody wants to plant. Ace of Sticks. Somebody wants to plant What about this Ace of Sticks? Give me more. So, somebody was trying to do sex magic on somebody, allegedly, too. So they went to, about this magic that these people put around. Somebody went to one of the people they was wanting to put sex magic, and they was wanting to bind themselves to this person, but that was a no. Shouldn't have did that. And the father is not going to have it. The father said, told you no. To this mother knives, they're not going to have it. They're not going to let you do it. They should not try to do that. They should never. The father and the mother went to go do the magic on somebody, and they went to someone to read somebody's fortune to cause them to get this to happen and to set these people against them. They were, the family and the mother and the father was in on this whole, making all this chaos and stuff go down. In other words, they were possessed. These are some possessed entities, is what I'm hearing. Let's move on. Now, what's going on in the Uranus? It says, spiritually an unusual example. Something is going to show you example that's going to happen. Mentally, a different way of looking at things. You need to mentally start looking at a different way on how you respond and do things. Physically, the unexpected change. There's going to be some unexpected change that you're going to see about this. What's the unexpected change? What is the unexpected change here? What's your unexpected change about this situation? In other words, people need to stop playing in their magic, going over and over. The mother and the father, somebody was putting magic on their own child. That's a seer. They can see. They was going to witch doctors and getting, but this person, they read their fortune. They can see. That was not smart. But anyway, give me something on that. What's the outcome of this situation in the end? Outcome for all of this. The outcome is the angels, the second shop, or Archangel Uriel is working on this, 36. The angels is working on this to rectify this situation with all parties. And they're taking action to deal with this, the 17th. They're trying to take action toward this woman holding their heart, 44. They're taking action to advocate possibilities in the situation, the 24th. And the angel of strength is here to help, 50, with this situation, with these parties that were doing this. And to open the door to personal healing and happiness in both situations, 34. Somebody need to rest and rejuvenate, the 19th, because there's a major storm warning coming, the 10th, about this making indecisions to do the right thing on the 8th, these people. So the angel of balance is here, 48. Things will be balanced. It's time for this angel to get some rest, the 19th. This person is the goddess of the moon, 52, is here to help, and they need to be there being patient on the 16th. And the attachments that people want to attach to this person, the 5th, the thinking woman, 47, for this abundance. That's what people wanted to do on the 11th. They wanted to attach to this person, yin and yang, and they know it, the temple path. But Archangel Michael is working on all of this. 35 could be involved with this angel of love. 49, they're working on with this community, 7. And this victory that this person will have on the 29th about a happy family on the 4th. They're working on it because this is a magician. This is a magician that has... There was a magician in the mirror. 53 says a magician in the mirror. The 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael is dealing with that. They have a lot of anxiety. 18th. So because they know the storm is coming on the 10th, and people are going on a journey for this too. There's a lot of people going on a journey so they can learn, because the doors, because they were trying to stop this healer, and this healer is not going to be stopped. They're going to get their abundance, and you need to learn to appreciate this person. That was the whole problem. Nobody wanted to see that this person, who this person was. They was wanting to see what they wanted to see instead of They didn't see it for what it was. They don't see this as an angel of balance. What else is the situation here? What else we need to know here, Spirit, before I go? So in other words, stop all the magic, for humanity's sake. It says there's somebody's twins are coming. Baby talk. Somebody's having twins, but people need to watch out about a plane crash takes out everybody allegedly. Plane crash, and somebody may lose their job because of something they did when they did something to someone that took someone out with a surgery, a knot in their IV in the past. If they took out a family, friend, lover, or love, somebody KILLED, somebody in the past with a knot they put in their IV. Somebody says they wasn't making boss moves then. They were just doing wrong. This is some names that wasn't making boss moves in this situation. They wasn't trying to be caught, is what I was hearing. They didn't want to get caught. A water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces they didn't want to get caught. Something about, dear mind, please stop working. Their mind wouldn't shut up. Allegedly, it was going 24/7. Watch out about a church. Allegedly, some people may get hurt. Gunfire take out a lot of people at a church. Allegedly, so you need to watch out. Allegedly, you are gifted. Okay, you are gifted from God. Yes, somebody's a gift from God. Yes, this person is. Somebody said, but they were putting jokes on your name, and they're going to learn to not do that anymore. They're going to regret putting jokes on this because the police is here, and the police said fire sign Leo Sagittarius in the past. It's something about they said this person was a gold digger, and that wasn't true. They were spreading rumors. So somebody wanted somebody to wear their wings, earth angel to wear their wings. They wanted them out of here, allegedly. Something about the second, 2 people did, or something about the second. And they was watching this person in the hallway, family and friends, everything they did. And the street cults cloned your family members, your sister, your mother, your daddy, your stepsister, for money and life insurance. They were all cloned because they wanted that money and fame and fortune, so they sold out. A lot of them has been replaced, allegedly. They're not, that vessel is not theirs anymore. Something about a karmic mother in the past, allegedly. Something about their organs. They didn't want to stop somebody in Doris. You need to watch your organs, allegedly. Something about tell the whole story to the world, what happened here, about what they've done. Somebody says Oprah in the past, allegedly. Something about Oprah said love isn't something you find. Love is something that finds you. They didn't want to believe that. What else? Anything else we need to know? Spirit, before I go. I can't say that because they'll be tripping. What else? Okay, something about blue. Somebody named London. See, they was like, they wanted 3 people may have passed away in the past, allegedly. Had to do with London. It might have happened in London, or there could be somebody named playing a lot of mind games in the past they were doing. Somebody says be mind. Anything else? Why you been crying all night? Allegedly. Shine out loud. Somebody need to learn. Somebody gets 100 years in jail. That's why they crying. I could see why. Allegedly. Something about a mother. They said a mother didn't love somebody in the past. Somebody was going to ISIS prison. They don't be letting people come back. Once they take you to Isaac prison, they lock you up and you can't come back. Allegedly, they don't want this person back. The men in the black is watching you. The police is watching the men in black. Like, share, and subscribe.